Don't be
I
nice.
trust you, but I don't know. You be coming up with some bizarre topics.
No, no, no. Today's good. Um. Okay. Yes. Hi. Welcome. I gotta remember to not look at myself up there and look at the camera.
That's directly where I look.
Yeah, absolutely. Where I
Right
looked
here.
as well.
Okay, we're here.
Yes. So welcome back to another episode of More to the Story. Um. Hi, friends.
Hey.
I had them on not long ago. This is Jennifer, my close friend Jennifer.
Hi.
Say hi, Jennifer. And this is other friend Kendra.
Hello.
Yes, these are my ladies. And yeah, I like talking to y'all. So once again, I text
We do it
them
every
the
now
night before
Yeah.
and was like, "Are you available?" And luckily they were. I was like, "I'll take anybody, all of you. Not none of you. One of you."
The night before should
The
be
night.
killing me. Like, oh God.
I know.
Can I
She be
do
the main one that I
Right.
expect.
I
We
was like,
expected
yeah.
Jed to curse
What
me
time?
out.
Doesn't matter.
Bitch, you know I'm playing weeks in advance. Like this is not on my
know.
calendar.
I know. I do things weeks in advance. Okay. I was like, I don't even say yes right away. I'm like, what time?
Right.
So I didn't even think about it. I was just like, yeah.
Kendra was like, yes. I
And
was
she was like, what
what
time? I was like, oh, it's not the same time as last time?
I don't even
Oh.
remember what it was.
I
last
didn't
time.
either.
But you were just like, yes, I'm
I was
available.
like, yeah.
She just said yes.
I'm happy your
blindly.
day sounds so open because I need you to stay here longer than I said since I'm riding
I
home
keep
with
Sundays
you.
open. Yeah. Sundays stay open.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah,
Tahir
boundaries.
reminded me before he left, he was like, oh, so she's staying for 2. And I was like,
Oh,
I hope she
shit.
can.
This is news to Kendra. Kendra didn't even know.
And I
do
started
shit
to
on
text you, and I
Sundays.
was like, I'll just bring it up while we're rolling. Yes.
Bogus.
Excuse these, y'all. My allergies. I keep talking about it. It's gonna seem like I've been sick for like a month because these come out every week.
Man.
This is all the same day.
You're like, Karen, are you
And-
okay?
Right.
Is
It's
it-
like she's been sick for
Oh,
like 3
gosh.
weeks straight. No, I promise.
It's real with allergies, though.
Yeah, man. It's miserable, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm taking Zyrtec, and you know I don't want to get too graphic, but it makes you poop.
Oh,
really?
does it?
It just made me sleep.
I was going to say, does it make you drowsy?
It made me walk around in
No.
a haze.
I never
It's
tried
like
it.
it's kind of I don't know if you're familiar with Mucinex. Like it's the mucus like drains to your stomach, and so it gets it out.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yes.
Gross.
Yes.
That's why
Yep,
I never
gross.
take shit like that.
Disgusting.
Interesting.
I
It
felt
is
comfortable
interesting,
saying that because we have kids, and
Yeah.
kids are disgusting.
Poop
They
is
poop
about
a
a
lot.
part of my day, all day, all types of poop.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So we are going to jump into. I don't have a disturbing DM, but I do have a listener letter
Okay.
that's pretty good, and so I'm just gonna read it, and
Okay.
we're gonna chit chat it out.
Okay.
So they want to remain anonymous. I'm just gonna jump right in. I'm happily married, and our kid is going away to college soon. We are excited about our new journey and so forth, but we are also excited about being empty nesters so we can have loud sex and no longer have to worry about being quiet. I
Fair.
read that wrong. Empty nesters, so we have loud sex and no longer have to worry about being quiet.
Yeah.
After 10 plus years of being married and 3 years of dating before marriage, my wife is still sexy as ever and meets all my needs in every way.
Aw.
But plot twist.
Oh God.
Mm.
It was too good to
started
be
out too
true.
good.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is great.
I used to be involved with swinger parties pretty heavily when I was single. My wife is aware of my past, and we've even dabbled in threesomes during our very early stages of dating. As we become more serious with each other, we both retired, quote unquote, retired from threesomes, and we're both satisfied with just each other. But since we're becoming empty nesters soon, a part of me wants to see if she would revisit threesomes, but another part of me also feels like that might make for an uncomfortable conversation to the point where she might be offended. Should I ask about revisiting a threesome like we did back in the day, or don't rock the boat since we both are happy sexually? P.S. We've both reached all of our sexual bucket list goals, so I'm not considering this because something is lacking in my marriage sexually. Who wants to go first?
I mean, I feel like he should just ask. Like,
He did a lot of I'm happy though,
uh-huh.
but I am happy.
It was a lot of backtracking.
But no,
Yes.
we're both happy. But
also,
yeah, so we're
I
happy.
would also like some
but
more ass.
Should I ask her? It's like, you want to ask.
Yeah,
You
you want to ask, and
Yeah.
you also want to do it.
Right.
That's
Right.
the other thing.
Right.
It's like being satisfied. Yeah, you probably are satisfied, but you do still want to do this shit.
Yeah.
Like, don't act like you don't want to full on have like a
Yeah.
whole
Right.
situation.
Right.
He should
just
just
wants
fucking
her to
ask
want it.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's his wife. What's she gonna say? Yes or no, and then you just move on with your life.
Right.
But if he really wants to, then there's that tinge of oh, she said no, but
But oh the
Should
fuck
I?
well.
Right.
that's
Like-
what should happen. But
He said he's satisfied, so it should be neither here nor there. It
he
should
said
really,
it too many times for me.
yeah, for
He
it to
did
be
say it a
true.
lot. It's like, who are you
Yeah.
trying to convince?
Mm.
Jumping back into it. So, yeah, it's like, who are you trying to convince with this?
Right.
I'm happy.
He's trying to convince his damn self.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he may very well be, and is like, I don't feel like this is missing or whatever, because it sounds like they've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
They just haven't done it while they've been married.
But they've been
It's-
married for 10 years.
And they've been married for 10 years. So it just seems like he's like, I'm happy with this. And he successfully like stopped or suppressed or whatever that urge for 10 years. But now it's kind of like when you're on like a permanent birth control or something, and now you just feel all this freedom to like just go out and do all the sexy things. Now the kid is gone, and it's like we can just do all
want the
these things.
freedom.
We
Yeah.
don't have to.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe that is what is getting him
it's
now.
sparking him to even think about it again.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that he's been thinking about it the whole time.
Right,
I mean,
right.
that's fair, but he should just fucking ask.
Yeah.
Because she
Yeah.
might be into it.
Exactly.
She also might be like, hell yeah, I was
We got
thinking the
this
same
freedom.
thing.
Right,
do
right. Because I mean, you've already proven that you can have this in your life, but you're okay not having it. So you're
Right.
not even trying to make this a regular thing. At least it didn't seem like it from the letter.
Yeah.
But so, friend, I say just
ask.
everything you
Just
just said here.
ask.
Just
Yeah.
where's she at? Bring her into the room,
Yeah.
and we
Let's
can
ask her
talk.
right now.
We could talk about it. Miss Lady, what your husband's trying to say?
He love you though.
Right.
You
he
beautiful.
does. He does love you.
does.
You're still sexy. Y'all still getting it in.
That was so cute.
Right, right. So yeah, he's still there. Like he was really wanted it to come across. Like, yo, I love this woman. I'm happy with this woman.
Yeah.
It's just for fun.
this
It
is-
sounds
this
like
is
for
fun.
fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
For
Like
them. Like,
just like
I don't know.
you know.
If they had never done it before,
sometimes-
it definitely would feel like, nigga, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but
Exactly. And I mean, if they had like it's some other type of issue with him struggling to stop
Uh-huh.
that part and
Exactly.
focus on them, then
Yeah.
it'd be like, no.
Right.
You've been on thin ice for 10 years.
right. We barely made it this far,
right,
motherfucker.
right.
Yeah, no.
If
I
it's
think
not a
it'll be
gap.
fine. It
It's a
sounds like
question.
she sounds like a open-minded
Yeah.
gal.
So just communicate.
Yeah, communication is key, y'all.
Talk it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yay. But I just wanted to real quick because I didn't even ask you beforehand, so I'm just gonna ask you now. And if you say no, then we'll just cut it out.
Okay.
Is it okay for us to talk about you moving back to Baltimore?
Yeah, we could talk about it.
Oh, okay. So, a listener sent in like a whole making new friends in adulthood.
Okay.
And I thought of like how my struggle, Kendra seemed like she was fine, like when she was here, when she had to go to Chicago, when she came back, like it seemed like, at least on the outside looking in, it seemed like
that's
Kendra did
nice.
not miss a beat.
Kendra gave no fucks. I don't
Right.
even remember you leaving though. That's the weird thing. When you
It was
moved,
right before PJ was born.
But we were
Ah.
still like communicated
Yeah.
so much together
Yeah.
that it did. I mean, it felt like now, because though we're still in the same vicinity, we still like most of our communication is via text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
We don't see each other all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did appreciate when y'all did stuff. Y'all made another group. I was in Chicago, like,
that FOMO is
go
real.
to the beach.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Chicago too, just miserable.
Yeah.
That fucking weather.
Yes.
Trash.
That's why we came back.
So
Yeah.
it like made me think of you going back. It's like, would you have to start over some friendships? Have you kept up with people? Because you've been here quite a while.
Yeah, we've been here for like almost 10 years.
Yeah.
And, well, as long as you, right?
Yeah.
So basically almost 10 years. And it's so funny because in terms of like consistent friends, you and Tahir, obviously we're consistent friends. I'm talking about no one moving. Like our like families are the only ones that haven't like moved and then come back. But nevertheless, I don't know. I'm so phony, y'all. I don't know. Like I have different sets of friends, right?
Yeah.
And so like
So you got whole sets of friends you never even introduced to
Yes,
us. We only
yes.
saw them at the baby shower
Yes.
and never again.
yes, I have like different sets of friends, right? So it's just like, I don't know, it's interesting. But anyway, in Baltimore, when I was there, I was a teenager for the most part. For the most part. I was in my early 20s too, don't get it twisted. But for the most part, it was like my teenage years. And I have a lot of family out there.
Yeah.
So the friends that I did have were similar to y'all, where it was just like a few core people and then my family. So making new friends is not something that's it's not on my mind because I got my cousins, I got
Yeah.
my family,
It
I
makes a
got my
difference
with
family.
yeah, and I got like my set of people already built in. So I'm not necessarily looking to grow any further relationships, which is unrealistic because like, you know, people need people, blah blah blah. But
But it's not a stressor.
it's not something I think
Yeah.
about at all.
Yeah.
It's different,
It's so funny y'all are talking about this because I was talking about this with my husband and he was saying like, well, I have like my sisters and my friends. I've never called I don't think I've ever really called anyone my best friend because it's weird to me. I don't know. When people say best friend, I'm just like, okay. I don't know. I don't get it all the time. Like, because I always say my good friend Farron, my closest girlfriends, my sisters.
Well,
but I
like
don't
you said last time
say-
you was here, like I've never been immature. So
Hey,
I don't
look,
need
facts
this
are
friendship
facts, bitch.
bracelet. It means nothing.
I don't know. Best friend shit, I haven't really said best friend and really expressed to someone as my best friend since I was maybe in middle school. Because I feel like once you get older, your relationships mature in a way that it's like, you're not my best friend. Like, what the fuck does that even mean
Yeah.
at this age?
Like it depends on like what's happening in my life that sometimes I'll call this person first
Yeah,
over this
you have
one.
different-
And it
But I
can't be
have
even
no
one person.
consistent first person. It
Yeah.
like depends on
Yeah.
what I'm sharing.
Exactly.
That I
And
think
it
then
doesn't have to be
of
one
who to share
person,
with.
though.
Exactly. And then also too, when you're younger, a best friend is the person you're always with, right? You play together, you do everything together. Your
big
hip, she's on your
thing,
hip or
yeah.
he is on your hip. That's a best friend when you're younger. When you get older, who the fuck do we see all the time? Nobody. Like maybe if you
Colleagues.
have colleagues, your work people, maybe if you're in a relationship, that person, you don't see other people. Like your life separates you
Yeah.
in a way where you're like, that same, it doesn't match up the same, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's why I don't know. So
Yeah, like
I don't be pressed about friends.
You call different
Yeah.
people for different things. Like you said. Like
Yeah.
it
Depends on what you're trying to share.
Right. Or in
Yeah,
certain
or
friends you call
want.
like, hey, I want to go do X, Y, and Z,
Yes.
or I want to talk
That's what
about
you used to do,
this.
Kendra. Kendra
Yeah.
used to be like, I want to do this. She did not call me unfair. We were like, we have children and husbands.
Right,
And we are,
right.
no, we can't make it. So
was
she
like,
just
so
was
not in 2 hours?
bypassed us. And she went to one of our single girlfriends and they were just living life. And we were
Yeah.
like, oh, that looks fun. But we knew, like, and y'all do that to
It was
me.
different.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
y'all know,
I was
like,
just
y'all
was
do that
just
shit to
thinking
me all the time. Like, I can't do shit.
I was just
for
thinking
real.
that because you had just had baby girl when we were getting ready to go to the Dene Blanc event.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And so
Oh,
neither one
I
of us
will
even
never let
considered
you live
inviting you
down.
because you had
These
just
bitches
had
popped up.
It
Just
was like,
gorgeous pictures. Insta- Where the fuck they go?
It was like what,
Oh.
6 weeks after you had her?
Bitch,
like,
y'all
it
did not
was.
even ask if I wanted to go though.
Idiot.
That's not the fucking
It
point.
was messed
I
up.
wanted
It was
y'all to
messed up
ask
because
me.
I say it all the time. It's like, let them be
Let
the
me
ones to
say
say
no.
no.
Yeah.
Don't make that
Don't
decision
decide
for them.
for me,
And then
bitch.
I did that to you, and I was like, I'm
Crazy.
wrong. I'm
Bougie
wrong.
was
Popped up
I'm
with
wrong.
gorgeous photos. Oh shit!
And we were all like, but we'll
Where
go
the fuck
next
they go?
year.
And next year never
It
came.
never came. It never
It
came.
never fucking came.
Could it come
So-
this year?
I don't
Potentially.
know. It's possible, but it's gonna be like hella small, which
Yeah,
it might
means
not be
that
as fun.
it's like who gonna be able to go?
Yeah,
Who's gonna
true.
make
I
the
hope
cut?
so. Oh,
Yeah,
that's true, 'cause
exactly.
if
Unless
not-
they make it, which that would be terrible for the staff. Unless they make it like a multi-day event, so they can still get as
Yeah.
many people.
Yeah.
But ugh.
Because it
Yeah.
wasn't. Oh, it was a different location each year. Okay.
Mhm. And you
Yeah,
didn't find
we
out the
just came
location
from
until
other
you
places.
arrived. So it's like every
Oh,
day,
that's
like
fun.
if they made it
Yeah.
a multi-day LA event, it would have to be
Logistical
That would be a
nightmare.
lot.
yes, 3 secret locations. It's like what you
But if you
signed up for the
can,
what and the who?
Yeah.
Right, right,
It would
right.
be nice.
I have been keeping an eye on it. So yes. But so this, like I said, listener sent in the topic, and what you said about basically just friendship is not on your radar because you have so many other things going on is one of the things that they listed as why the problem with making friends is a lot more common than we give it credit for. Because people love we love being negative and trauma, and it's like, oh, sad me, no one likes me, can't make any friends. When actually you've pushed out any opportunity to because you're like, oh, I have kids or I have this partner and his friends are my friends and that
Yeah.
type thing. Because that's definitely what I dealt with when I moved here. With Tahir was like he was introducing me to all these people, but I never really clicked with any of them. And it's like they seem cool, and I see why you like them, but these aren't my type of people, and you're
Not
like
organic.
forcing me in
Yeah.
front of them. And it's like, this is weird. So I really, really, really struggled, and it just took a little minute. I think like I got cool with some people, but the first person that I could actually call a friend was Kendra. Because everybody else, it was like, let's get our kids together, I guess. Like,
Yeah, and you don't want to be friends because of your kids because you might not
Yeah.
really like the person that much.
yeah, I didn't even really care for their kids. But, my kid also needed, to make
Right.
some
Oh,
connections.
goodness.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
another piece of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to think about your kids.
Definitely. And so something else that they said was like, you have to, like, friendships are more intentional when you're an adult, when before you were just kind of forced around people and who you were the same age as. So, you guys were likely into the same things and all of that. All through school and college and all of that, like we're all on this like big path together, and then
That's true.
you branch out and go all these different directions, and you kind of lose those connections, but you miss it and don't know how to nurture it with a new person. Sorry, I am dying.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
It's okay. It's okay. I can hang on to the end. So this person, I read this article, and this she just like pointed out how extroverts struggle to make friends, which I was, sometimes I see a person.
Extroverts?
Yes,
Really?
I'm gonna get into it in a
I could
second.
see it, though.
But yeah, you see
Yeah.
them, and you're like, man, I wish I could just like carry a conversation or just just do that the way that they are. Hell, I got a whole book from the library on how to talk, like how to do small talk,
Ugh,
because I'm
hate it.
terrible at small
Really?
talk.
Ugh.
It's like I can't
Like,
even
why?
I can't even think of things that make sense to say to you like this.
Just like
I
in
need to be
general, or like
talking
in a business
for-
setting, or just like
So it depends on like if I know we have a common ground, but then even that runs its course. And if it doesn't organically branch off into another conversation, then I have no purpose to keep talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
But then the weird just like walk away.
Right. You're like,
Conversation is ended, walking away,
Right.
like is awkward. Or
Yeah.
even
It
finding
is.
somebody else to just strike up a conversation
Yeah.
with. So I struggle when it's somebody like brand new or just somebody I've only interacted with when there were other people around.
Mm-hmm.
It's like our common ground are those people. Bring those people here, then I can talk to you. Is how I feel. But yeah, that book got me nowhere. I didn't read the whole thing.
I was about to
I
ask you
tapped
how
out.
it
It
was. 'cause I
sounded
need-
like
I
a
tapped
useless
out.
book.
I tapped
I
out.
don't know.
Oh my God, I struggle with self-help books. It takes me, because that one came from the library, I couldn't keep it long enough to like really get into it. But
Oh,
it takes
okay.
me at least 3 or 4 times reading to the 3rd chapter to like make it past the 3rd chapter. Because those first 3 chapters are gold. I'm like, I got the gist. And I
Right, this is fine.
I got the
read the
gist.
table of context, got it. Makes sense, got it. On it, done.
Expert.
Right.
They'll be like,
right.
"That book is
You know
trash."
what? Sign me up to do a TED Talk. But yeah, anyway, so you see extroverts, you're like, oh, they're so great with all these people, and I wish I could be cool like that. But then they actually struggle. Some of them struggle with like making deep connections with people because they're just surface, pay attention to me types.
Interesting.
Right. So why did you say you could see it before? What were you thinking?
I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know, extroverted people stress me out sometimes. like they just keep talking. I'm like, I have like this meter of like social interaction, so it just goes down and down farther in the conversation. Especially like small talk and like meeting new people, or just like I can't be around people like for a long time. And so when they just like keep talking and come up with more like topics, and it's like.
Can try.
Right.
Like I cannot take it.
Yes,
And
it's
I
like
thought
come
it
up
would
for air.
Yeah, like I thought I said I could see both sides because I thought that they would kind of sense that from someone that wasn't an extrovert and be like, which I guess is kind of like the deep connection thing.
Well,
Where
they
it's
wouldn't
like
know because,
they
like
kinda
you
hit a
said, it's
wall.
about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
True,
they're
it
not
is,
noticing
Then they just
that
keep
you're just like
going.
checked out and like
And then
just
when I
please
like run
shut
away,
the fuck
they're
up.
like,
yeah.
well, what happened? It's like I could not. Like I can't.
I mean,
take
people
it.
are draining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it
People
was
are
an only
draining.
child thing, but like
No.
vacations
No, I don't
and
think
stuff.
it is.
I gotta have like after a day and a half or so, I need like 8 hours, just no one.
Oh, after
talk to me.
vacation,
I
you
get
said?
it.
No, during vacation. I can't make it through the whole vacation.
Oh,
Why does that sound like me to hear the kid when we were in Vegas? The first few days we spent with my family, they flew into Vegas.
Oof.
And then we had
Yeah,
like a
everybody else,
day
yeah.
and a half that it was just the 3 of us. We got a 2-bedroom suite. I sat in the common areas on the couch. Tahir stayed in the bedroom. The kid had her own room. And we did not talk
And
to each
everyone's
other
happy.
all day because we just needed to decompress. And then we knew we were meeting up with with y'all. So it was like, look, we can't stay on this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a moment.
We don't even want to be around each other. And me and the kid were in Memphis this past week, and we got home. And she went to her room, I went to mine, and we didn't say shit to each other the rest of the day.
Yeah.
a
And we
beat.
landed around 11. Nope, landed
AM?
around 10 a.m.
Oh.
And we didn't say, I made sure, it was like, let's get something to eat. And we didn't say
Yeah.
anything else to each other the rest
But
of
y'all
the
have
day.
a quiet household.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
We
it's
do.
quiet.
Like, all of us, we are okay sitting in silence.
exactly.
And it is unnerving being around people who can't,
Yeah.
can't appreciate the silence and
Yeah,
just gotta
yeah.
feel it's like, stop.
Then I
Stop.
just
It's a
stopped
lot.
talking, and now it's weird because now it's only one person
It's
talking.
a
and I'm just
one-sided
like,
conversation. Right.
I don't have anything else.
I
have
was
nothing
done
else to
5
give.
minutes
Right.
ago, sir. Can
And
you
that's how I
please
am. Like
shut
if
the
I
fuck
don't
up?
get the time to myself, like I've done it, events like vacation, I just stop talking. And people are like, "Well, what's wrong?"
I've
Like,
never noticed you do that, honestly. But I don't know.
I don't think. Well, we haven't been around each other for like more than a whole
Hours,
day.
that-
yeah,
Yeah.
on
I
end,
mean,
yeah, like that.
yeah, I
Days.
guess.
Because usually by the
Days.
time,
Yeah, I guess
and
that's the
Jen
thing,
is the one
days.
that's like, "Well, I'm gonna go."
I do
This
hard
was
stop.
fun.
I don't
Yeah.
play about
Yeah.
I hard stop.
And so usually
all
that
things.
happens before
Yeah.
I hit the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Because
I go
you
home.
can feel when people are also
Yeah.
like at that point. Like
Yeah.
if you're, I feel like energy, like we have the same type of energy. So it's like if I'm starting to decrease, I'm gonna imagine that y'all probably are also
It's
to some
usually
degree.
right.
And then around that time, it's like one tap out. All right, tap out, tap out, tap out. You look at it, and everybody is gone within 10 minutes. Yes. It
Yes.
was like we all kind of were thinking the same thing anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally get it. Like when y'all came to help us move in and stuff, and after a certain point of the day, I was like, "Can everybody leave?"
It was a
were
lot.
like-
of
It was a lot of
Yes.
people, and it was all day. Like it was going
was.
on
It was a lot of
forever, and I
people.
was like, "I appreciate
And
you
your
all.
house
Can
is in
y'all get out?"
disarray. Yeah.
I helped do nothing.
Right.
I opened
Jen didn't
not
do
a box.
anything, but
I
make
held that
sure
chair down.
no boxes
Nothing.
fell on the kid. That's all Jen did because they were her
I was
kids.
just hanging out.
Right, only
I
her two.
literally
The rest
was
of
just
them,
hanging
they're
the
fine.
fuck out. Yeah, I did nothing. Completely useless. Yeah, but it was fun.
Yes. Okay. So, someone decided to get a friendship coach,
Oh my god!
which I didn't even know that was a thing.
I saw it on a movie, but it was a comedy, so I didn't know if it was real or not.
What movie was it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. it's
It
not
was a
important.
silly movie.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So let me tell y'all what the friendship coach, which is not, it's not terrible. Like I get it. Friendship coach told this person to do. To tap into your friends of friends network, which no, I got it because she said to do it because you see those like people kind of one off that you click with, but you only see them when they're brought into the fold by a different friend. And obviously you haven't really bonded with that person yet. So, but it's like, maybe there's something here, which I get that because initially you were a friend of a friend and then, now
that's
me
true.
and you are one-on-one. So I get it. I just was like, oh, that's weird at first, but then I can see the apprehension, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
The other one was to, this is a struggle, put down the phone in public and have conversations with people.
I don't know about that.
Stressed.
That's fucking nah.
It depends on where we are.
Yeah.
Because, like, if we're in, like, a clothing
beach?
store or, like, this sounds so bad. I can't stand those people that just want to talk to everybody when, like, we're clearly doing something separate. Like, if I'm walking through, like, I don't know, Target, and and you next to me, like, we don't have to talk. We don't. But if we're like a game night or something like that, then that's when I'm like, okay, let me put my phone down.
I'm in a social
And
setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not like the random times. Like, I'm
I
just
think
here to
like
get my stuff.
relationships, a lot of things, a big part of relationships is the ability to be comfortable in silence, whether it's a friendship or a relationship. Like if you can just hang out with your girlfriends and y'all are hanging out, but no one's talking, but y'all are just still in the same space. That's still like, I don't know. That's still like friendship to me. Like y'all could just be chilling.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember one time like texting my girlfriend in the same room. She was on the couch. She was on the couch, because it's just like you don't always have to,
Right.
You know, you don't always have to talk because it's like, yeah, we're friends. Okay.
I've done that and literally been like, this isn't worth the conversation, so I'm just gonna,
But it takes a while to get there. I feel
Yeah,
like.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That is
it
true.
really does.
Yeah.
You said something, and I didn't want to cut you off, and now I can't remember what I was thinking when you said it. Oh well. Yeah. Oh, that's just moving on. The friendship coach was telling her to go to like actually engage with like the barista at the coffee shop or to have a seat at a coffee shop and actually like put her phone down and engage in a conversation with a stranger, like actually. And so they got more and more used to it, which practice makes perfect. More and more used to just starting conversations with strangers. And I was like, that's probably something my weird ass need to do because I do not. I'm like, oh, people are looking, let me look busy, let me look real intense
Blank
at the
screen.
screen.
Right. Open a
Literally
game.
The
doing
phone is
nothing.
a protector a
Yeah.
little bit.
It
Yeah.
is.
And this final one, I like find a group and go 3 times because
Oh, okay.
I kept finding groups and I would go once and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be the same people. Like I didn't, and
good on
I
that.
just I wouldn't go back. So I did meetups a couple times but they were like two totally different things. And it was like, oh, meetup's broken, and it kept going. But I did meet my friend Tawny on the Bumble. Has a friend.
Oh, that's
Oh.
It has like a networking. Bumble has like three, at least. What was this? Like 2-3 years ago when I used it. But it has like the little matchmaking, Tinder-esque one side. Then it has a networking side to
That's
where you're
smart.
like sharing career goals or
Oh.
your industry and all that stuff, and it helps you meet people there. And then it has like just a friend side that helps you meet, somebody to hang out, somebody who likes doing the same hangout
Yeah.
shit you do. And I actually ended up on there because you were being all mommied up and Kendra was gone, and I was like, shit, I need a new friend.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
To say, yeah, because a friendship had fallen apart, and I was like, okay, well, replacement. And
Bumble.
Bumble. I
and so I was
had
like,
no
and
idea.
I
Me
actually
either.
found out. I went to an event with Frida.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's so good at it.
She is, and I
She
was
is
like,
so good at
teach
it.
me, like
Right.
literally hold my hand, walk
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
me
she's
places,
friendly.
tell me to do things, because she's so good at it.
Yeah.
And I was just standing there looking awkward, and then I saw other fellow awkward people just standing against the wall, but we're all like too weird to talk to each other when obviously we're all feeling the same way. Yeah, but anyway, that's Bumble like sponsored that event and like pushed the networking side of it.
Okay.
But of course, they also mentioned the friend. And I was like, oh, that's a thing. Find a friend.
That's
So,
interesting.
That's smart.
But yeah,
I
so
used to use Meetup the first time I was here. I used it for like, I think that's how no, because remember we did that yoga thing on the beach? That may have been where I saw that, or like some volleyball groups or something. But it was a lot of that of like, okay, we got to find something to do. And
yeah,
like,
you're not
it's
gonna
so
meet anybody
different.
sitting in your apartment
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah, even though like going to work, that was actually the first time I had friends at work. Because before when I was in Kansas City, like I was at home. So it was like I didn't need friends at work.
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
No, I get it because I
no, it doesn't.
didn't have friends. Like I've never like bonded with people at work to the
Yeah.
point of like calling them a friend. We got along at work. Once we clock out, then
And that was it.
like,
yeah.
I don't care about the rest of your day, and I'm not gonna force you to care about
I don't
mine.
care
And that
about
was
the rest
just
of the day.
Yeah, because
Like,
everybody
I make
had
a lot
like
of work
separate
friends.
things.
Yeah.
But when I moved here, the difference too was that a lot of us moved here at the same time. Like nobody was from here. We were all
Yeah.
single, probably under 30,
Mm-hmm.
just moved to LA, and we were all like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do after work? So we had like a shared need, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was like, wow, I have friends that I actually work with. This is interesting. And then we had the organic like friend of a friend thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I went through a few that I was like, okay, this was not a good idea. And then I figured it out like when we were out doing something, and I was like, all right. it's
Like
time.
what? That like it wasn't your type of person?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, and I, like one I can remember in particular, we had, where did we? I don't even know where I met her. And we ended up going to a few events, just me and her. But then I just kept seeing stuff that she would do. Like she was just like very erratic. Like sporadic is probably a better word. And I was just like, I can't do this. So I think I probably ghosted her, to be honest. And
I feel bad. I did not try to get any friends when I got here. Like I literally didn't care.
it was more just so I could
I
like, go
locked
do
up
stuff.
with you guys. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
not.
But now, I think it's totally different when you come with like a partner.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, I would tell him all the time, like the worst was like Sunday afternoon when I'd have nothing else to do. And I'm just like, I just want to go explore something like with someone else. But like everybody's busy. And now it's like when you're with someone, you have that built in person
Yeah, I had a
Right.
built-in
to go
friend,
do
I
stuff
guess.
with.
so
Yeah.
you don't take any friendship outside of that, like seriously, because
Yeah.
Or it's
you
less-
just don't
it's less
even.
important.
Yeah.
Because you have that person that's like, well, let's just go do something.
Yeah. But
Whereas
it's also good and
before-
bad too, because it's like you were saying, like you'll wake up and then that's all you've ever done is just like hang out with your spouse or your, whoever your
Yeah.
partner. And then, everything is so intertwined that you actually don't have something for
you.
yourself, like your own people.
Yeah.
And that is important.
Yeah. It's
Especially
definitely
for
a
women.
balance.
Yeah.
It's definitely a balance. because you have to find, like you did, Farron, coming here with Tahir. It was the same with Cortez coming here. It was like he met y'all and like loved y'all, but he was also like, I need to develop these organic friendships, you know, that are
Right.
mine.
Yeah.
So now I
That's
feel
true.
like, what has it been, 2 years that we've gotten to a place where like we have, you know, the family. He has like his, I mean, and what he does for work helps because
Yeah.
like he meets people all the time.
Yeah.
And then you have conversations with them, you know, once a week all the time. So he's been able to build relationships that way, and it's just expanded and made him feel more like settled, I guess is the word
Yeah.
here.
I think
Right.
also, I don't know, it's weird because I feel like when you're older, making a friend it's like a really easy decision. It's like, oh, I like her. I fuck with her. You know, like you don't have to go through the whole this,
Yeah.
that, and the other. It's just like, oh, I fuck with her. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like her now.
Right.
And then that's your friend. And it's like, and if they be on some bullshit, then they won't be your friend no more. And
I
it's
feel
like, who
like
cares?
It was me actually verbalizing that to Kendra because shortly after we had met a couple times, and I think like the second time we finally exchanged numbers, and we used to host game nights like pretty often, and so I was like, "Oh, I'll invite Kendra," and she was like the first one there, and she was like, she was just so cool, and I was like,
I like her.
I like you. No, I told her. I was like, Kendra, I like you. I'm happy I invited you. I'm happy you came. I like your face.
You
And then like a month
win.
ago, I was like, I hate when people get to game night super early.
Kendra
Farron
was so pressed.
you know you were the first person there. I was like,
Yes.
That is not shocking, friend.
Yes.
Like,
that I was the first person
based,
somewhere?
well, based on what you were saying, where you were at that space
Oh, yeah,
in your
yeah.
life, it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
unusual that you would be like, sure. But now, bitch, no. Good luck.
Right.
Tell this bitch 7 hours in advance to get somewhere.
It's a struggle.
Yeah, it's no joke. It's no joke.
So, just looking at, after looking at some of the many ways, we just lose our ability to find friends or keep friends or whatever. I was looking at more tips on how to make them, and some of them, it was like, why didn't I think of this?
Why didn't I think
Why
of this?
didn't I think of these things? But truly, because, and I've said a million times, like I'm very family oriented. My family was very close. And so even at home, I had my family and my sister and I did all the friend shit together. So, if there was, one or two other ladies along with us, cool.
Right.
But me and her, we were going to do it regardless.
Yeah.
So it was just, I really took friends, for granted. It's like, come, don't come, whatever. And now it's like, oh, I'm more intentional about how I come across as a friend and how, just type person I am to someone else because I want to keep those relationships. So you guys are important to me.
Love
Long-
you, friend.
Long
you,
way of
friend.
saying that.
Love you, mean it.
I love you, mean it.
That's
I mean-
usually what someone says when they don't mean it.
Mean it.
Mean it,
Mean it,
mean it.
No,
It's
no,
the
no,
tone,
girl. I
bitch.
mean
It's
it,
the tone.
mean it. So I like this one, like to plan a monthly activity,
Oh.
but then like
Just like
tell
I
the
do.
people. What'd you
Oh,
say?
I'm super
Just
pumped.
like I do, but y'all don't come. You don't text me
Yeah,
back?
I
Got
always
it.
am trying to.
Got
Hey
it.
guys,
No, you know
what? What
So
about these things?
I,
And everyone is just like crickets. And then I'll like pop in a week later, like, hey guys, did you see my text? Because I like stuff to be in advance, y'all.
But-
I can't do no
yes.
last minute shit.
And then
Which
we'd be
I'm
like,
not
you wanna
even
walk today?
trying to make
Right.
anything last minute. I'm just always like, oh, what's the schedule like? Is because I have done it before. Actually, one of y'all had invited me somewhere. And I was like, yeah, I'll be there. Then it ended up being a filming day. So I need to think about
when we went to
all of-
brunch that
yeah,
day. And then you
brunch.
couldn't make it.
And I was like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
shoot,
yeah.
You
I
remember?
got to film I can't even come.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it was just like, oh, let me like look at the calendar and see what I'm actually supposed to be doing this weekend before I commit myself. And then, girl, I be forgetting. Like,
No,
I
yo.
read it
No,
immediately. No,
no.
seriously.
This
I
is
read the
literally
text
what happens
immediately
to
and I be like, I got to check the whole schedule. When I stop doing what I'm
Yep.
doing, I'm going to do it. And then I can't even say I get a bunch of other texts because I don't. No one texts me except for like the group and my. Nope, that's it. Because my sister just calls me. My mom will just call. Tahir, we rarely text. If he needs something, he'll just call. Like, and the kid, like, she's just usually there.
Right.
So
Yeah,
she doesn't need
she's
to
always
call
there,
or text me. So it's like it's just me
do
like,
other
oh, I'll
stuff.
get to it in
Yeah.
a second, and then I just completely forget about it.
That's what happens a lot.
Yeah, you too.
And then like 7 hours later, I'll be like, shit. Take shit back.
At least you're
Kendra's
7
always
hours
the one-
later.
It's a
Yeah,
yes.
Kendra usually is the one that answers first.
Yeah.
But it is like 12 to 16 hours later.
I was about to say.
But it's still
And then
first.
everybody
Yes.
else is like, oh, yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it comes in a flurry like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Yep. Yep.
We
So,
doing this, what is it, next month? It's happening.
Yeah. I hope
But
so.
I told her because
Oh,
when
yeah.
Ayo
Oh,
accidentally
yeah.
FaceTimed us,
Oh, yeah.
me and Jen actually
Yeah.
like popped on the call and chatted it out, and I was like, it's hard to get everybody there, so let's just keep planning stuff like
Yeah.
twice a month. Just
Yeah,
keep planning.
that's true.
Whoever can make it, whatever. So, but yeah, so even when you get back home, don't do what mommies do and forget about outside friends and nurturing those relationships.
No, you're
Like,
right.
Yeah.
It
So-
cannot be all kids all the time.
Right. So you can plan things and those immediate people, those few people that you think of initially to invite, tell them to bring somebody else so that you get more connection with more
Friend of a
people
friend.
so that those things will just happen organically as opposed to, and it's a
Having
bigger
to
group.
Do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second tip is to start a new hobby or join a class, which I've been saying I'm going to actually join a legit yoga class for years and I haven't done it yet. I just keep logging on YouTube. Yoga with Adrienne. She tight.
I heard about her.
I
Really?
love her.
Yeah.
Like for
I'm
real.
gonna
I
look her
walked
up.
into my chiropractor's office and they were like just playing her videos. Like it was,
Really?
and I was like, is that Adrienne?
Oh, I don't know who y'all are talking about.
Yeah,
but
look
good
up
for
I
Yoga
heard
her.
with
about her
Adrienne.
like 2 or 3 times. I gotta look her up. I haven't
Yeah.
looked her up either.
She's even had a couple little cameos in movies or TV shows or something. I seen her in some show. I think it was a show. And I was like, yo, that's Adrienne. Like we besties or something.
Your digital
Um,
bestie.
Yeah. This one is weird. Ask for help. It's like, ugh, what do you mean? Like I'm
Who?
just supposed to walk
Why?
up to somebody and be like, hey, help me find a friend.
Wait, what?
Interesting.
Right.
I'm
help me.
surprised it wasn't included in the group one, but I remember a girl I worked with, she actually she got like a part-time job at a gym to meet people
Oh, that's
in the
smart.
neighborhood.
Oh, really?
That's actually
Because
really
you see
smart.
the same people like over
Yeah.
and
Right.
over.
And obviously they're like either work or live in that area if they're using that
Yeah,
gym.
that's true. They're not going to come from
I was like,
afar.
I don't want another job, but that sounds fun.
Right.
So maybe
Right.
I'll just volunteer once a weekend,
No.
something like that.
No, you won't.
I did meet people volunteering actually. I volunteered for Urban League. That's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah. I met
I
a few friends
remember.
through that. The first
Oh,
this was
you
way back
talked
when.
about them a
from
lot
them.
when you moved back, right?
That
Is
was
that that group?
Legacy Ladies.
Legacy Ladies.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I met friends through that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
That's a
See,
good
look at
one.
you. You're ahead of
Yeah,
it.
you're doing stuff.
That's why I
gotta add that to
said
the
that it
list.
just seems like you don't miss a beat.
I
You
just
just like be
bored.
doing stuff.
And I
Yeah,
just
And
ended
you
up
actually
be
follow
doing
through
stuff.
on the plans that you make because me, that anxiety kicks in,
so. How
and
do you
I'm
give me-
like, what excuse can I use to get out of
I
it?
do
What
that when
excuse can I
that's
use to
why
get out of it? I
do
can't do it. I
if I'm
can't
by
do it.
myself. If I have other people, I'll be accountable because I remember when I was here before, I would always want to like go somewhere by myself. I would be like, I'm gonna go to dinner by myself. No, ever, never happened.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Literally ever.
Yeah.
That's
But if
interesting.
I plan something with other people,
Yeah.
then I'll most likely follow through
Oh,
until.
well, good
but
job.
this is what I appreciate about y'all. Y'all will send that text like, "I'm not gonna make it today." I'll be like,
I'll be the first one.
yes.
I'll be
It'd
the
be them
first
days.
one.
It was usually we could never do anything on a Friday because everybody be tired from work.
Yeah.
And one person would
I
send that
mean-
text like,
I
Right.
may
It was
know
bound
I
to.
make
It was most likely bound to come from one of us because
we have,
I'll
like,
tap out
office
too.
Yes.
job to like sit down office. Like so sometimes your day goes over and it's just
Yeah.
like, bro, I can't make it. It's 6:00 already. I'm still working.
exactly.
Oh, that wasn't even still being there wasn't an issue for me. It was like after fighting through traffic
Yeah. I mean, you have to
to
account
go
for all of that.
anywhere. Now I just need to sit and decompress in the car for 30 minutes. And then you want me to round more people? Like,
Yeah. It's
you
it's
don't want me
straining.
around more
Fridays
people.
are hard.
But wait,
Yeah.
I have a question for you, buddy.
What's up?
since you are more popular now, like a lot of people recognize you, and Tahir obviously, but you specifically, because you weren't always like in the light. So is it weird now, like people like attaching themselves to you or trying to attach themselves to you to be like your friend, or like talking to you when you don't want to be talked to, like people aren't coming up to you? And
I have found, but I think that's just because I've just been around more the comedy scene, which I was before, but I hid a lot in like the green room. So, it was
you used to be
constantly
out the way.
Yeah, it was constantly reintroducing myself to the same people. They just didn't realize it, and I was like, I'm not gonna keep explaining it. So, or be upset that they don't recognize me. Now that circle, they know who I am more now, but as far as trying to attach, no, I'm dust. I'm no one.
Interesting.
I am no one. I'm fine.
Yeah, and you're fine with it. Like you're like, I'm good with it. Just being...
my platform isn't any bigger than anybody else's. Like this, so I'm not thinking what you're thinking by this whole attachment thing, but no.
It just seemed like people would be more like, "Hey, Farron, be my friend. Hi."
Nope. No.
That's
Not even on
interesting.
social media?
Yeah, it's weird.
Social media, yeah, but I didn't really count that. I thought you meant like actual people I was coming across.
Because people, you can make real friendships off of social media now too. So I don't want to dismiss social media. It's not like just a bunch of crazies.
Well, then in that case, yeah, like I'll get someone to message me, and everyone's sometimes, depending on what the message is, I'll reply to them on Instagram, and then it just becomes like a kind of a back and forth, not a constant, nothing crazy, but like, I saw this, made me think of you. Oh, cute, thanks for sharing, blah, 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 type thing. But nothing that I feel like somebody's latching on or something.
No
nothing
crazies.
like that.
That's good.
Well, yeah,
Nope.
that is good.
Nothing I would classify as crazy.
Well, that's good.
So the reaching out to old friends, sorry, jumping back into the list of tips, y'all. Reaching out to old friends, we kind of covered that. I think, no, we
Reaching
talked about.
out to old
no,
friends?
this is different. Reaching out to old friends, which is like,
Nah, it's a no for me. I don't know.
Sometimes
Again, it depends.
friendships fall apart, and it's like, I don't even know why. Maybe we just like, they moved here, I moved here, we got too busy, now we're in the same area or whatever. Maybe.
Yeah,
if we're in the same
it
area
depends on the
again.
friendship. Like, because I actually did recently start talking to one of my good girlfriends from college, and we just picked up right where we left off. And it's not, it was never, we never were not friends. We were always friends.
Yeah.
We'll always be friends, but it's just like time and distance and babies and husbands. It was never anything that fell apart.
Does she live here?
She did, ironically, but like she moved. So but she was like 6 hours away in California, like far, like it felt like another state. But now she literally is in another state.
I'm also horrible. Like, I can't even say if somebody moved here, because I can think of at least 2 people who I know from home who have moved here, and but then LA is big too. So if like you don't live kind of around where I am, then we'd have had those conversations of we got to meet up.
I have LA friends I haven't seen in literally like 2 years,
and they're here.
Yeah, they're here. Yeah.
So the ones that don't live here,
I'm
so bad. I keep saying I have to give it, just like checking in.
Yeah.
Because when we do, or like when I go home or something like that, we do always pick up where we left off. But just like the check-ins, I'm so bad at it.
Yeah. I'm good at the
hard.
check-in. Sometimes I just don't be wanting them to turn into full-blown conversations, though.
Also true.
So I'd be like, hey, just thought
That's
about you.
probably
Hope
why I
all is
don't.
well. I didn't ask any questions. You don't even have to respond. Just like the text message to let me know you got it. Like, I don't need anything
that counts
outside
too.
of that.
Just
but
let people know you're
maybe I should
thinking
do
of
that.
them.
Which and I've only
Yeah.
recently gotten better at that, because I just, like I said, I just took friends for granted, and now it's like, people want to feel like they appreciate knowing that someone is thinking about them.
Yeah,
So it's like,
exactly.
even if it's just like a fleeting thought, I'm like, oh, let me just send her a quick
That's
text,
good.
and that's
gonna
it.
try
Like, no conversation needed.
Right.
Yeah.
And which is kind of what number 5 is: make a cold call or text. Use social media, what you brought up, and think beyond your age, which that
What's
one,
that mean?
what'd you say?
What does
Like,
that mean?
The people, you don't have to look at people around your age group to be friends with. Like, you can be
Oh.
friends with somebody
Yes, we do.
significant.
What the fuck are they talking about in this article?
You can look at somebody. I mean, you can be friends with somebody that's older than you. I have a friend.
Oh,
in,
older. I was thinking younger immediately.
Oh, well, I mean, you could be friends with somebody
Well,
younger
yeah, I
than
have-
you
like I
too,
said, I have
but
a few
you
younger
know,
friends.
younger within reason.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, like
Older friends are fun, but I don't really
yeah.
have any older friends.
Yeah,
I think.
I do.
I am y'all old friend. I'm the
You would
oldest
not
one in
keep
the
All you
calling
have
group.
is younger friends.
You, my young friend.
We're your young friends.
But that's
I
just
hate
having friends for different things. Because,
Yeah.
like, maybe I feel like your older friends will likely come from work.
Okay.
Because where else would you
No,
just meet
everyone-
random older people?
I don't know.
Oh no,
I
a
honestly
jazz lounge.
don't
I don't
know.
know. Jazz
The
lounge.
jazz lounge.
That you frequent all the time?
Are
You know
you
what?
talking
I need
about?
some old people in my circle. Let me go hang out and listen to this Bill Cosby music. Yeah. So I just wanted to. It just made me think of how Jen got to start over from scratch because she's been like, "Fuck these friends."
Not true. We were talking about that recently, I swear to God. And it's so funny because I think it's different for men. Like men friendships are like, I think the really hard friendships to nurture and grow and keep. Like they don't like making new friends.
But I feel like just stereotypically they don't get too deep with their friends. So it's actually easier for them to expand on that circle because they're all surface. We're talking about sports ball.
Yeah.
We're not talking about our feelings and shit.
Well,
when
Ed doesn't
women,
like
we
that.
have to like
Yeah.
open up.
doesn't
We
like,
got to
like, super-
feel like we
Yeah.
trust you to open up
Yeah.
to talk about our feelings. So it's like if we don't feel like we could ever trust you to open up, talk about it, then
You don't even
Right.
get there.
why
Why are we
even
here?
engage? So yeah, I feel like for them it's easier to expand that circle because they stay so surface unless some big thing happens where they have to share.
It's more intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks, y'all. That was good luck on your friend. Now you have some useful tips
Yeah.
some
for
cold
moving
calls.
back. Make,
some
or
cold
text.
calls and texts.
Reach out to some friends that you're not friends with anymore. Be like, hey, got a chance? No. You got any friends you think would be good for me? Yeah. So this thank y'all so much. Where can the folks find you, my friends?
Hi, folks. You can find me on YouTube at Real Talk with Jen. We talk about life and lifestyle stuff. I'm a mom, so a lot of mom stuff. Good vibes, positive energy, what we all need right now. So just check me out. We have fun. And then on Instagram, Real Talk with Jen 22.
Yay.
Yay. So I am Close with KG on everything. KLOSE with KG. All things real estate. It's been a lot of real estate lately. It's been busy. But
Buy you a house.
Right.
I know. Come buy you a house, sell a house. Same thing on YouTube. And I don't really be on Facebook like that. So Instagram and YouTube is about it. But yes, if you're looking to buy or sell real estate or rent in LA, hit me up.
Yay. Okay. So thanks, friends. This has been another episode of More to the Story. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.